Hey, come on in. It's Porch, Settin Sunday. It's another day and another chance to sparkle, so keep a sparkle in your eye and a sparkle in your heart because it makes you beautiful. Hope y'all have had a good week. I've had a pretty good week. I worked a lot this week, but I'm off today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. Got to go to court Tuesday. So here's my little diva. She's a loving on her mama right here. Let me take and show you the mountain. I'm on the back porch today. I'll take and show you the mountain. I always wait till the evening to do my porch setting because it's too hot during the day. So I come out here and I do it in the evening. I wanted to show y'all my flower too. Last year or the year before, I think it was last year, this guy gave me a start of this. And it has grown so big. It's so beautiful. The flowers are the size of a dinner plate. I don't know the name of the flower. I don't think he did either. But there it is. It's just beautiful. Look how beautiful it is. Let me put Diva down and show you. Look how big. I mean, it is huge. That's my hand. Let me show you. Whoops, I'm going to make y'all drunk, ain't I? But anyway, here's my hand near it. See, look how big that flower is. If you know what it is, leave it in a comment below. Let me show you the mountains. I'm getting ready to put a flower pot in that with flowers. And I'm going to let something climb up that other thing. I do crazy things, put chairs in the garden and all that kind of stuff, old chairs. But there's the mountains. Aren't they gorgeous? Sun was topping on them earlier, right over here. There was the sun, but it's already went down behind the mountains. The sky is just gorgeous. And I'll show you the mountains up behind the house. But isn't that plant just gorgeous? It's getting all those blooms on it. It's almost on the ground. It's just gorgeous, I think. But anyway, Diva's off playing. I gotta weed my flower beds. My husband's taking scrap lumber and building me a she shed. So I'm gonna be having a she shed. Let me see if I can show you up in the mountains. There we've got, there's our place where we go and we swing and build a little fire. We've got two places. And then there's a playhouse my husband made for the boys right up in there. So he made that when our oldest grandson was young. And it's been there ever since. And this here I started from just a tiny cutting from the clinic I used to work at. And I loved it. I loved that clinic too. I'd love to find a job like that again. It was like going to church every day. And then here's my back porch. I wanted to show y'all some things that I made. That's my husband. Right there. He's a lot better. Thank y'all for your prayers. I'm sure he appreciates your prayers. Don't you?
Yes, I do.
But anyway, I made this. It is called a rag pot. I made it out of rags. Here's the other one. I put flowers in it. It's made out of doilies. They were my mom's and they had holes in them. And I thought, what better, instead of throwing them away, what better use to use them is with a, you know, to put them, make a rag pot. Here's the other one. I put a candle in it. And I think it's just gorgeous. I've got a candle for the outdoors in it. So I love them. I'm going to make more. But anyway, let me get turned around here so you can see me. Now Diva's out playing. I think she took off out through the yard. But she loves playing and I always check her good, you know, for fleas and stuff because I don't want her to have fleas. But she won't usually go off far. So I hope y'all, again, I hope you've had a good week. Don't forget to subscribe. We're making friends here. Give me a thumbs up if you like my video. If you like my videos, go and watch all the rest of them. Give me a thumbs up.
Tell them if you'd like to visit Wild, Wonderful West Virginia, drop in.
Yeah, my husband said if you want to visit Wild, Wonderful West Virginia, drop in and see us. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can message me on Facebook, and I'll give you my address if you want to come visit. Anyway, because I love making friends and I love talking. Anyway, and if I say anyway one more time, somebody slap me. But, anyway, my husband's laughing at me. We're sitting out here watching for deer. I wanted to tell you a story about my kids when they were little, and we were on our way to Ohio one time. My husband was tired. It wasn't that far. Well, back then it was, what, about a 7.5 hour drive, because that was 40 years ago, before they got all these new highways, and we took these little cow path roads, not patty. And it took about 7.5 hours. My husband had just got off work, and we took off. So he hadn't had a lot of sleep. There her comes! And he hadn't had a lot of sleep. So he wanted to pull over. Well, what made me decide I wanted him to pull over and get a motel to sleep is because he slammed on his brakes right in the middle of a highway, because he'd seen him. It was a marquee, a red marquee. He thought it was a red light, and he just slammed on his brakes right in the middle of that highway. Now, if there'd have been another car coming, or, you know, another car behind us, they would have hit us in the hind end and probably hurt us all real bad, if not killed us. Because, you know, on the highway, you can go faster. But anyway, we decided to stop at a motel. So we found one that had a vacancy, and my husband, we stayed in the car. My husband went in, and it was only $20 for the room. Back 40 years ago, that was expensive, you know, 20 bucks. You worked a long time for that kind of money. And so we stopped, and my husband went and opened the door, but he unlocked the door. He didn't open the door. And the kids rushed in. Well, they stood real still right between the beds. There was 2 beds, and we just got one room because our kids was real little. We just put all of them in one bed. I mean, they were small. And they just stood there looking around, you know, like, oh my God, are we sleeping here? The sheets, or not the sheets, but we never pulled down the covers to look at the sheets, because the bedspread looked like it hadn't been washed in 20 years. There was cockroaches everywhere. They were running. We told the family that there was cockroaches in the middle of the bed playing pinochle. There was so many. They was having a party. But anyway, the kids just stood and looked, and the walls were paneling, the old nasty-looking paneling. And there was no carpet on the floor, just linoleum. We left the keys hanging in the door, and we left. They could have our $20 because they needed it worse than we did, because they needed to get an exterminator. But we didn't stay at that one. So we went on up the road and found another one. And our kids loved that. It was so beautiful. It was a little bit more. I think we paid $30, wasn't it? $30, $35, I think we paid for that one. It wasn't very much for the night. And our middle daughter, my middle daughter, Miss Shayla, she just thought it was so neat to be in that little apartment, she called it. And what did she say that night? Can you remember? But it was so funny. We all laughed. She wanted to get in the refrigerator. She said, look, they even left us snacks. And no, they didn't. You have to pay for those. So, but they had already eaten, but she wanted snacks. But that's what we took them and done that, and they had never stayed in a motel, so they just thought that was the neatest thing they'd ever done. Then we took them camping one time, first let me tell you about, we took them camping where you could rent tent for the whole week. And so we took them camping and rented a tent. We had a fire that night, roasted marshmallows, roasted wieners, went to bed that night, and a storm came in the middle of the night. I mean, the thunder was just a rolling, cracking, and the lightning just every few minutes. And they was scared to death because we was right in the middle of a big woods with huge trees. And so they got scared and we had to bring them home. I think my husband got a little scared too. And we had to bring him home. but we still had a good time that one night. You know, the one night we was there to make them hot dogs and roast marshmallows and all that stuff. So then we took them camping. We had bought a used camper. It was a little tiny camper, but it was big enough for all of us to stay in. I think I have a picture of one of them standing by the bathroom. Or two of them. Brandy and Michaela was standing by the bathroom. And I snapped a picture of them. They were nasty, but they were having fun. And I'm thinking about fall, how beautiful the leaves are going to be. But anyway, they loved camping. They couldn't believe we were staying in that little house. They had a good time then, and things kids say about, you know, doing stuff like that. And we thought it was cute that they thought it was a little tiny house. So now people live in campers. People live in campers. They live in their cars. I've seen where people, women too, are living in their car. They just get tired of the rat race and they want to go off the grid and they live in their car. But I want to travel. And you're the only way I'm going to get to. So share me around. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment. I'll try to get back with the comments, but if I can't, I'll give you a heart to let you know I read it. And I appreciate all the comments everybody leaves me. I appreciate all the prayers, all the love. My husband appreciates the prayers. He's better now. He feels a lot better. And we just appreciate all the prayers and all the well wishes and everything. We love you guys. I love you guys. Just follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's the ones I'm on. Snapchat. If you have Snapchat, just follow me there. And follow me here. Subscribe. I love you guys. I'm going to be doing some trash talking this week, so don't forget to watch for me, and when I get to quit work, I'm going to start doing more videos for you. I've been trying to figure out a way to hang my phone in the car, so that I'm using a camera right now, but so that I can make videos in my car going to work or coming home from work. And so I'm trying to figure that out, how to hang it in there, how to get it in there, and I'm trying to, if anybody knows an app I can put on my phone that's easy. I used to have KindMaster, I think, and I did good with that, but my phone that I had it on broke, and I didn't put it back on this one, and now I put it on this one, but it's changed, and I got to figure it out. So I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, there's always a rainbow at the end of every storm. Love you guys. Bye.